Hello, my name is Elle and welcome to my spiritual channel where I talk all about the woo-woo. So if you're not into the woo-woo, then this is not for you. So today I wanted to talk all about spiritual life hacks you can do for Glamour Magic, and what better way to do this than on Friday, which is ruled by Venus. Love day. First things first, when it comes to daily spell work, the point of spell work is to get you on that vibration of what you want to emulate so you can become that thing. And in order to do that, you have to reprogram your mind, aka your subconscious. So when you are doing these daily spell rituals or spell works, what you're doing is reaffirming of what you are and what you want to emulate, but you're doing it in a way where you know that you are it now. So let's say morning and nights. Morning and nights are very important when it comes to spell work and doing small things like, speaking to your water when you shower, or, talking to your makeup and your makeup brushes when you're putting on makeup. So when I wake up in the morning, I like to take a shower and water is falling on me. So this is the perfect time for me to say something like this water, money, abundance, and beauty flow to me effortlessly. And as I'm showering, I am feeling that feeling of knowing that I am beautiful, knowing that I am fulfilled and wealthy and abundant, and just keeping that energy tunnel focus on that feeling, on that visualization to help me trap that in. And then I'll get out the shower and it's time to put on lotion. I put on oil, and oil is a perfect time for me to protect myself because oil is very shiny. So I think of reflection. So when I put on my oil, I'm always saying any harm that comes my way will be reflected and returned to sender. And you can do that for lotion too if you like. Same thing with sunscreen. Sunscreen protects you from UV rays, so it can also protect you spiritually. So speak to your sunscreen to tell it what you want it to do. Of course, all of these things that I'm saying, you can switch up. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing. It can be whatever resonates with you, and it doesn't even have to be the same thing every single day. Like let's say one day you want to focus on the beauty, but then the next day you take a shower one day, right? And you want to focus on water is just flowing to me beautifully. But the next day you want to focus on abundance and wealth or health. Then you can switch it up. You don't have to say the same exact thing to each product every single day. These just help me to remember what I want to say. And I like to kind of keep it somewhat the same because sometimes I'm not great. Sometimes, you get a little brain fog, especially when you're up in the morning and you kind of forget what am I supposed to be saying? What do I want? What do I want? So when you remember or make it connect in some way when it comes to the things that you're using, like how I use oil for reflection and water for abundance and flow, it makes sense to me. So I know as soon as the water hits me, I know, this water, abundance flows to me, Another thing, talking to your makeup. So this is the part where I actually like to use my makeup for the glamour aspect of it, because glamour is supposed to be the illusion of it, putting on this spiritual illusion where everyone is looking at you and seeing the beauty that you have and putting on the illusion of the confidence and stuff. So I work on real confidence and real self-love and real courage and real beauty on everything else. Especially my nighttime routine is when it's I'm healing my skin. But makeup, I always like to if I have blemishes, then my concealer conceals that. And so I'm speaking to my concealer you hide or camouflage all of my blemishes so that my beauty shines bright. And with foundation, if I'm wearing foundation, I always like to say something about my skin looking airbrushed and smooth. And when I put on my contour, I'll be looking snatched and very grown and mysterious. So I like to amplify that in spiritually by saying anyone who sees me sees I'm really mysterious, basically. I'm super mysterious. Same thing with my mascara, because I don't wear eyeshadow. I just usually put a little bit of my contour on my eyeshadow. So my mascara, I want to have captivating eyes and be really mysterious and intriguing and alluring. So you can just talk to your makeup however you want to present in that way. And when it comes to food, right? Talk to your food too. Tell it what you want to do. I like to think of Glamour Magick as all encompassing. So it's not just about like you just looking beautiful, but it's also about abundance, financial freedom, health, because health is wealth. When you are healthy, you are wealthy, because health gives you the energy to create spiritually what you want. So when you're not feeling good or you're feeling sick, you don't have the energy to emulate that emotion that you want to feel. So when you're healthy is the time when you need to be on it. And that's another story for another day. I'll make a separate video for that, because I would love to like dive into the importance of building yourself up when you're already in a good mood and not when it's too late. So you should be practicing money magic when you are making money, not when you are down on your luck. Same thing with beauty. Like, you want to practice beauty magic regularly when you are feeling extremely confident. That's the time to pick it up, because that's the time when you're truly emulating that emotion. And that's the time where you can harness it and grow that energy and make it stick more, and, you know, let it be your core energy, instead of letting, you know, when you feel bad about yourself, letting that be your core energy. So talking to your food, telling it what you want it to do. Personally, what I like to do is, especially I eat meat, so I love to always thank the meat for its sacrifice, and I always love to speak to it and tell it that I honor and respect it for, you know, its sacrifice. And then I like to transmute the energy that it has into what I want it to do. And same thing with all my other foods. Honestly, I thank all foods for their sacrifice, because let's be real, even plants are living. So when you chop it up and start eating it, you know, you just took its life too. So I appreciate all things for their sacrifice when it comes to me. So make sure, you know, you're doing that and you're pouring in the energy that you want it to have when you consume it. So if you want abundance, if you want beauty, confidence, if you want your family to be protected, like this is like one thing that a lot of the mothers used to do back in the day, the spiritual mothers, where you wouldn't even know they're spiritual, but they're always cooking. They're putting their real love into those meals. Like, you know, sometimes when you can't figure out why the food's so good because someone else made it the exact same way, but it don't taste as good as grandma's, is because grandma's actually putting her emotion into that. So put your emotion into the things you cook. And if it's a busy day and you're not cooking that night, and you get fast food or takeout, anything like that, talk to that food too. Like, you have to think, people, especially in fast food restaurants, they are not usually vibrating at a high vibration, because people be treating service workers like a-holes. And it's understandable why they're not in a good mood, because, you know, people be effed up. I don't know if I could cuss on here, but they be messed up, right? So you have to think how people handling your food. And even if you think they are, you know, abundant and wonderful, but you still want to pour in your energy into that and make sure you remove all negativity from the meal that was cooked for you, and pour into the pour into the food the energy that you want it to take on before you eat it. That's where prayer comes from. What else? Brushing your teeth. I skipped that, but brushing your teeth. Talk to your toothpaste. Talk to your toothpaste and your toothbrush. Tell it, like, what I like to do is usually say something like, every word that I speak is comes out so beautiful and eloquent for all ears to hear. And then I love wearing lip gloss. I wear lip gloss every day. So when I put on my lip gloss, it's shiny, and, you know, lip gloss is sticky. So I love to say, like, beauty and abundance stick to my every word. Oh, that one 8. I'm sorry. 8. What else? Same thing with your night routine. This is where I'm not doing like the illusion side of it, because when you take your makeup off, all of that stuff that you put on to emulate stuff, yeah, it's gone now. So your night routine is really where you care for yourself. At least that's what I like to do. You can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you, you know, my tips. But like, that's the time when I'm actually like washing my face. So I'm going in and saying, like, you know, like talking about how beautiful and smooth and glowy and radiant my skin is, and how, you know, abundant, etc. Whatever you want, talk to yourself and emulate that feeling as you're doing it. Make everything a ritual. All it is like, everything, you have to do it anyways. You have to get up every single day anyways, unless it's your time to go, right? So why not emulate that emotion that you truly want to feel? You're gonna have to eat. So why not emulate that emotion as you're eating the food? Instead of scrolling on your phone, eating and just trying to get by, focus on that energy that you want to feel and feel it as it's real now. Everything is a spell, even your phone, right? One thing I like to do is I like to put my energy into my phone before I even open up social media. And I will put my hand over it and just like visualize me sending energy to my phone. And I'm just telling it like, I only want to see all things that raise my vibration high, all things of abundance and joy, peace and beauty, and keep all things that will bring down my emotions and cause me anxiety and fear, keep that away from me. And I kid you not, since I started incorporating that small spell, I have not seen negative content on my social media, and no matter what I get on. But I make sure I do it every time I open up my phone, because I have to remember, you know? So I do that, and I kid you not, I'm just seeing beautiful content. I'm seeing content of beautiful ladies with their long locks, because, you know, one day my hair gonna be swinging back there too. I love to see content like that. I feel the beauty, and you can like take that beauty into you. So when you see beautiful things, like, let that be a reminder of your beauty, the energy you're emulating. So if you're somebody who kind of like struggles with like, you know, like you feel down about yourself when you see beautiful people, you need to rewire your brain on how you think of things, because everything is a mirror of you. So however you like internally take that is how you like the mirror is shown to you. So when you see beautiful people and you feel bad about yourself, that's only going to make you worse. But instead, what if you started looking at beauty as external beauty of everyone else as reaffirming your beauty, because everything's a mirror. Like, wow, like I saw so many beautiful people today. I feel so abundant and beautiful. When you're scrolling on your phone and you see these gorgeous people, like take that in as well as your beauty. That is confirmation. That's a sign that of your beauty, and that's like reprogramming your subconscious, and your confidence is going to grow. You're going to start to see more signs on your day-to-day, and you need to make sure that you acknowledge every single sign, even if it's small. You know, call it delusion if you want to, but it's very important that you reaffirm that and don't brush it off like, oh, maybe it was just a coincidence. No, there are no coincidences. When you are, especially when it comes to this, there are no coincidences. So if you see something like, let's say you're practicing Glamour Magic, right? You don't get no compliments for that day, but there was this one person who looked at you for a second too long. Yeah, that's confirmation. You're that girl. You're that guy. Okay, eat it up. Thank you. Oh, I just feel so abundant and beautiful. Yes, because when you are operating at this level of beauty, you're also pouring into yourself like that protection, right? It's very important to protect yourself, because when you are doing Glamour Magic, you're building your confidence in your beauty, and that is going to attract hateful and spiteful people, because confident people always be having haters. Like, they want to humble people. We see it all the time on videos where it's just like an extremely confident person, even confident kids. Adults try to humble children. So protect yourself. Make sure you add that in your spell, that you are protecting yourself from all things that want ill will with you, all jealousy, evil eye, all of that. Protect yourself and make sure you incorporate that. That is key. Very important, right? So maybe, you know, you're not going to get a compliment because like you're emulating at this hype. Beautiful people don't get complimented all the time, okay? Because people be intimidated by their beauty and their confidence. So, ooh, I ain't get no compliment today, but I know they was looking. Boom, reaffirmed yourself, you know? So eat it up like that. And slowly and surely you're going to see more and more signs until it's going to be smack dead in your face, where you shouldn't even be questioning unless someone got to beat it into you. Then I can't help you. So I think that's pretty much the basics of like making everything a spell. And some of the things that I noticed when I started doing this was, of course, like getting a lot of beautifully kind compliments that didn't need anything in return, because again, I'm holding myself in that power, in that protection. So it's always just like, oh, you look. There was this one guy who complimented me in front of my husband. He was an older man though, and he was just like, young lady, I'm telling you, that dress is beautiful on you, and those shoes go perfectly with it. And like, and as soon as I said that, I was like, thank you so much. And in my head, I was like, that's affirmation. Like that's you know, yeah. I did that. Yeah. And I was just like, thank you. And you have to make sure you have like that gratitude around the beauty that you carry and possess, you know? What else? Outside of compliments, I noticed that I also incorporate like, you know, things come to me easily. People want to do nice things for me, whether it's intentional or unintentional. And by that, I mean like it could be somebody who had to get up out the store, didn't even see me, and I'm pulling up knowing I have to go to grocery shopping, and there was like an empty parking lot or a parking spot right at the front of the grocery store, and it was a packed day. Like, what are the odds? So I like had to make sure I like reaffirmed like right then and there, like, oh, that was me. Thank you so much to the person who gave me this, because people want to do nice things for me, you know, holding doors open for me. What else? Just like, you know, basic stuff like that. I'm trying to think. Even like family members have been gassing me up a lot more too. They're just like, "Ooh, girl, da da da," and you know, I usually get that because you know they my family. We love each other. But it's been like a little, like 10 times more since I've been like incorporating these daily glamour spells, and I also created my own beauty oil with like all of my energy built up of the beauty that I've had. I decided like, okay, like I want to put all of this energy and confidence that I'm feeling right now, amplify it and put it into an oil for it to be infused, so that way I can always like, you know, put that oil on my hands and like remember and like know who I am, the beauty that I have, and rub it on my hands, place it on my chest and stomach, and just like breathe. You can meditate with it. You can cleanse your altar with it. You could do whatever you want with the oil for real. And I have a beauty altar. That's another thing you can do, because beauty altars, they don't look like an altar. They look like you just got some bougie setup for where you do your makeup, right? So I have like a beauty altar, and I put my flowers on there. I have roses on there right now that I smell every day, and every time I just like look over there, it just feels so beautiful. I have like my perfumes on display, my favorite jewelry on display with my mirror jewelry box, and it just like emulates that beauty. And I also put like rosebuds around my perfume because they're sitting on this like pretty plate. I have my rose quartz crystal sitting on there as well, and it's a really big one, so it's like emulating even more of that self-love that I instilled into it. And just every time I go and get ready, it just makes me want to do my routine, because sometimes you get in those moods like, oh, I don't feel like doing all of that. Like, I'm gonna just shower and put on my clothes. I don't want to put on lotion, put on smell goods, etc. I'm gonna just do the basics of showering, deodorant, and putting on a t-shirt and boxers, you know? So like ever since I started incorporating this daily and having my altar to look at, it makes me want to get up and put on beautiful things and smell good and feel good. So start to know that too as affirmation, when you start to like feel yourself wanting to put yourself together and like emulate that beauty that you feel within, because that is proof also. What else? Oh, but as far as the oil, I did want to show you guys. Where is it? Oh, this is the oil that I made. Oh, right here. And this also has protection in it also, because protection is always important. It has multiple layers of protection, but one of the ones that I love the most was adding, I have rosebuds, of course, to represent like the beauty, this, you know, the self-love, the attraction, because, you know, but then I have a rose thorn in here, like the rose stem with the thorns in it that's actually prickly and pokey, because that's protection. Roses are beautiful, but you mess around and touch one of them trying to prick them off, you're gonna get pricked right back. So that's a perfect way to like remember, okay, I am protected when I put this oil on. I am protected when I cleanse my altar with this oil. I also am going to start selling some ritual oils. I'm going to start off with probably beauty oils, but I also want to do abundance oils and protection oils. So stay tuned for that. If you are interested, go ahead and subscribe, because y'all, I got y'all. I'm gonna put it on my Etsy shop and I will let you know when it drops. So go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments if you want some of these oils, if you would, would like to buy some. I definitely think I want to make the glasses like not have any labels on it, so that way it could just look like a nice little oil that you put on your skin or something, so that way it can be more discreet. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I think I covered it all, didn't I? I had to record this video twice, guys, because the first one, it corrupted. So I'm trying to remember if I said that in the first video or the second. So hopefully I have everything. If I don't, then I'll probably do a voiceover or make a separate video or a second part 2 video going more into daily life hacks you can do for glamour. With that being said, I want to reiterate to make sure you are protecting yourself through it all. Oh, another thing I noticed with, like, me doing this Glamour Magic is my confidence. My confidence has imploded to the point where I used to not look people in the eyes too long, or like, like when people whip out their phone and they're like scrolling so they could walk past a group of people and look like they occupied. Like, we all do it. Maybe not all of us, but I do it. And I haven't been doing that. I've been very like, confident and happy, getting groceries or checking out at any store. I can happily say thank you and look them in their eyes and know that, even if they don't smell back, I still gave a piece of my energy, and I'm not going to take on any negativity, because I am protected. And when it comes to like feeling awkward when you're walking past certain people, I like to like emulate, like I have bodyguards. So imagine whenever you feel like, oh, I gotta do this, and you have to be confident in the or you want to be confident in the moment, but you're not feeling very confident, just start imagining bodyguards around you. I like to imagine 3, 1 on each side and 1 behind me, so they got my back. You know what I'm saying? I don't even gotta worry about behind me, and I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna strunt like I'm a supermodel, and I'm gonna be okay, because listen, I'm a celebrity spiritually because I got my bodyguards, right? But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new, which I'm assuming all of you are since this is my first video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay beautiful. Bye.